Magandang kamalayan sa inyo lahat at nandito na naman po ang ating munting eskwela, ang ating online Kamalayan Lifelong Learning Center at kayo ay nandito na naman sa ating klase or ang ating class na tinatawag, KLASS. Ang ibig sabihin ay ang ating Kamalayan Learning Alternative Success System. At ngayong araw na ito ay marami na naman tayong pag-uusapan na napakagandang topics na aking inihanda. Ito ay sa pagpapatuloy ng inumpisahan ko na ilang videos na nakararaan, yung tungkol sa 20 qualities we need to survive these pandemic times. So ito yung importanteng kailangan natin maisabuhay. Dahil ito nga, ang nakikita na natin sa ating mundo ngayon ay para bang nagtatanong ang karamihan ay ano ba talagang kailangan natin gawin? Ano ba ang mga kailangan matutunan sa panahong ito? Ay, nako. Kung kailangan matutunan, ay napakarami. Dahil lahat, ito sinasabi ko sa inyo, lahat ng natutunan nyo in the past is already passé. They are already passé now. What I mean by passé, it had brought us to where we are at this point in time, na kung saan ay tumigil ang ating mundo. So, ibig sabihin yan, may ginawa na tayong hanggang dun lang. So, lahat ng mga natutunan natin brought us to where we are exactly now. So, wag na nating isipin pa na yung mga natutunan natin in the past would carry over or would be able to help us get through the future. We need a new mindset. We need a new consciousness level. We need a new way of thinking. Hindi na pwede yung dati. Dahil ito na yung kailangan nating matutunan sa ating panahon ngayon. Itong tinuturo ko actually, this had been my cause. And I had been teaching people already about this 20 years ago. But ngayon, mas importante na matutunan nyo. I'd like to say hi first to some people who are watching right now, who are actually not watching but participating in our class. I'd like to say hi to Julie Gutierrez Aziguera. Ito si Julie. She's a fitness owner, salon owner. At she used to be a celebrity appearing on television and I think also in the movies. And also I'd like to say hi to Veronica Garcia. And of course, itong ating masipag na participant natin sa ating klase na si Suzanne Bello. How do you pronounce your Suzanne? Suzanne. Yan. And of course, itong isang kaapelido ko na kamag-anak, Richie Malay. And of course, my crush is present. Si Tricia Young. Hello, Patricia Young. Anak ko, hindi pa tayo nakikita. Tagal na natin pinlani at inaabot na tayo ng pandemic. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa tayo nagkita uli. O hindi pa tayo nagkikita pala. Anyway, so we will just wait for the right time. Okay. And I'd like to say hi also to Maidel Hasegawa Faustino. Oh, sabi ni Richie, happy birthday daw. Oh, okay. Well, thank you to all those who had been greeting me since last night, the other day pa. At maraming salamat sa mga pagbati nyo. At alam niyo, itong birthday, kung talagang marunong kayong malaman na kung ano yung mga dapat nyong iniisip sa panahong ito. Our birthday is the most important day in our life. Bakit? Ako, hindi ko sinasanto masyado ang New Year. O yung December 31 and New Year's Eve and then January 1. I don't really care about that. No? Sa akin, that's meaningless. Yes, it's the start of the new calendar, but for me, it doesn't mean anything, no? Okay. Hi, Menchit Aldegur, Fajardo. Okay. Ito yung mga aking naging estudyante sa Assumption College. And aside from that, actually mga kamag-anak ko ito. They're from Cagayan de Oro. Yan. Kanila yung magagandang resort dyan. I haven't been there. I hope I'll get to be able to visit your place, no? Sa Cagayan de Oro. Matagal na ako ini-invite dito pero hanggang ngayon hindi pa ako natutuloy. Hindi pa ako nakakapunta. I've been to Cagayan de Oro but not to their place in yung kung saan yung resort nila. Anyway, going back. Why is our birthday the most important day in our life? Well, of course, sa mga naniniwala sa mga cycles, it is the first or the start of a new cycle. There are 7 cycles in 1 year, composed of 52 days each cycle. And pagdating mo doon sa first cycle mo, that's the best cycle, the best cycle, or one of the best, if not the best cycle in your 7 cycles in 1 year. So, ito yung importante maintindihan natin. So, excited ako pagdating kasi ng first cycle, dito ko na binubuhos lahat ng mga aking plano na magtinda ng balot. Yan, nadidinig nyo, titinda ng balot. Palagi yan, pag nag-umpisa na ako rito, kasabay ko na yung pagtitinda ng balot sa labas. Alas 5 talaga siya in punto. I mean, at this particular time, doon siya nagtitinda ng balot. Anyway, going back, yun na nga, itong 7 cycles basically are just, well, kung talagang susuriin natin, ito ay, kumbaga, parang nagbibigay lang sa akin ng guidance, no? But, is this what we would say na parang, kailangan ba natin talagang dibdibin? Well, kung makakatulong, and alam nyo nakakatulong sa inyo, okay lang, kung naniniwala kayo. Kung di naman kayo naniniwala, okay rin lang. So, I won't discuss that today, but I'm just saying that actually hindi ko pa nga birthday. Kasi the cycle really, the first cycle would start at the particular time when I was born. Kaya kung alam niyo kung anong oras kayo pinanganak, yun yung talagang exact birthday nyo. Kaya nga, kami, katulad nila George Season, no? When people greet us happy birthday, sabi ko, hindi pa birthday, kahit na July 31 na birthday, on the day itself. No? Kasi my official birthday starts at 8:20 in the evening, mamaya pa. Kasi doon ako pinanganak sa oras na yon. Oy, si Freddy Aguilar buwabati ng happy birthday sa atin. Si Cap Freddy, kumusta na Cap Freddy? Anyway, so to continue. Alright, so ito yung cycle na ako. So, ang birthday is something that we have to also know in terms of its significance. Bakit ba tayo pinanganak? Ang tanong bakit ba tayo nandito sa mundong ito? Bakit ba tayo pinanganak on a certain day? And, well, I will shock you again, for those who are new in my lessons or in my class. We actually choose to come back here at a particular time. Kumbaga, we reincarnate. If we believe in reincarnation, we reincarnate at a particular date that we want to actually be born. And aside from that, we choose a date and we choose even our parents. So, nakakashock, no? So, hindi ko explain na ngayon yan. Basta, I'm just telling you, sa mga naniniwala sa Kamalayan, sa mga nakakasubaybay sa aking mga tinuturo, we chose actually our parents. Kaya, huwag niyong isipin na hindi niyo pinili, no? Sabihin niyo, pinili ko yung tatay ko, buwisit yung tatay ko sa buhay ko. Well, ang tanong dyan, bakit siya ang pinili mo? There must be something that you have to learn. And many of those who are asking about reincarnation, I always tell them, you check out your family because they are, first of all, those who were with you in a past life. Yan. That's a hint. Happy birthday in advance to you. Oh, yeah, in advance. Mamaya pa kasi, 8:20 ang birthday ko to Vic. Sabi ni Vicky Velarde, Vicky Chan. All right. Hello. Thank you. And Alex Acerto is also watching now. So as as what I'm saying here, we choose our parents, we choose the date, and we have reasons why we actually chose a particular year, a date, and our parents, and the place. If you were born in the Philippines, why did you choose the Philippines? Yan. So, hindi ko na i-discuss yan. We will talk about that in the next... I have discussed that in previous videos, so you can just look for them in my other past videos. But today, I am now going to talk to you about something before I really discuss my topic. Because many of those who had been following me had been asking me as to how I was able to really succeed early on in my life. When in fact, sabi nga nila, hindi ka naman, sabi mo, ina-admit ko raw, hindi naman ako daw nag-aaral. Oh, I went to school, but I never really studied hard. I studied only just to pass the tests, I suppose. No? I have to memorize. Kung may ibibigay na chapters, ang teacher na sasabihin niya, most of the tests would come from this chapter. Yun lang ang pag-aaralan ko at may memorize. The rest, hindi ko na papasahin. So practically, I never really learned anything in school. And ang tanong ng karamihan, paano ka naging successful? How did you travel the world? When in fact, yun na nga, when you were just starting, you were not actually receiving that much pay. And how did I attract, all these things that I wanted, like cars and all the things, even girlfriends. Sabi tanong nga iba, ang yabang mo, sabi gano'n, lagi mo sinasabi, dami ka naging girlfriend, bakit wala ka na pangasawa? Eh siguro nga, I never really wanted to get married in the first place. But I'm actually thinking about it now. I know it's too late. Sabi nga iba. Pero, well, sabi nga nila, just to experience something new, why not? But ang talong dyan is, how did I get to really live that lifestyle of the rich and famous? I've been all over the world, practically. Ilang countries na lang ang hindi ko napuntahan at ilang continents. And so, yun ang aking pinagmamalaki sa aking tinuturo. Na nagawa ko lahat ang mga bagay na aking tinuturo. Hindi ako nagtuturo from the books lang na hindi ko naman na-experience. No? Alright, so, ayan. To continue. The kind of attitude I adopted when I was in after school, after I got out from college, was kasi nga wala akong makuhang magandang trabaho na gusto ko eh. I actually, yes, I enjoyed some jobs, but parang restless ako eh. I would resign after just a few years or even just a few months. Ang ganda nga ng sweldo ko, ang ganda naman ng pakikitungo sa akin ng mga tao, ng mga boss ko. But still, I would resign. No? But siguro because I adopted, maybe this is why I was successful. I adopted ito yun, number one tip ko sa inyo. I adopted an independent mindset. I was not dependent on a certain job or on a certain company na parang sinasabi ko na pag hindi ako nakapag-trabaho sa ganitong kumpanya, walang katuturan na aking gagawin. Or if I actually don't get this particular job na gusto ko, wala. As a matter of fact, what I did was, I didn't actually focus on one. I I did a lot of things. I was more of a, ano tawag doon, slash person. So, ang dami kong ginagawa all at the same time. Because I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Gusto ko, pag wala ako rito, may panagkakakitaan pa ako rito. Yun. So, I think that was how I actually manifested a lot of money during that time. Because ang dami kong pinaghuhugutan ng pera. Ang dami kong sideline. Ang dami kong racket. Yan. I'd like to say hi first to Sherina Hernandez Maymay. Oy, from ano to? She's from Elizabeth Seaton. She invited me kailan ba tayo nagkuhan? Last year, yes. I gave a talk to their school. And I was talking to them about self-education and ano. And I was talking to teachers at that. Kaya nga kasi para ba sinasabi ko na I became educated, I educated myself. Anyway, thank you, Maymay, for your greeting. Sharina Maymay, for your greeting. And I'd like to say hi first also to Christopher John Sunacos Valenciano Parafina. Haba naman ang pangalan mo, no? And thank you for your greetings. I'd like to say also hi to Erisha Ann Santos, Sweetie Gardener. Uy, si Sweetie. Kamusta na, Sweetie? Sweet na sweet pa rin ang pretty. Oh, Joric Templon Nuevo is watching as well. Okay. Sige, tuloy-tuloy. You know, I had an independent mindset. I was doing a lot of things. Kumbaga, I was working in a company pero ang dami kong sideline. Like during that time, I was with Weya Records. Kami ni Nonoy Tan, my office mate, my bandmate, we actually had a racket. We were managing a disco. Yung Pulse Disco. Yung Pulse sa Pasay Road, Makati. Yun, kami nag-manage doon. No? And laki ng kinikita namin doon. But then again, it was detrimental to our health kasi we had day jobs. And then at the same time, paggabi, I would spend my entire evening dun sa disco up to its closing time. I had to close it. And so, puyat ako palagi. So I had to give it up after some time. Pero at least na-enjoy ko kahit pa paano. Alright, so, have an independent mindset. And, kumbaga have multiple sources of income. Importante yan. Hindi ka pwedeng sasabihin mo na isa na lang ang pinaghuhugutan mo ng sweldo. Especially now. Kung kunyari, singer ka ngayon, wala kang kinikita dahil walang shows. Well, maraming na nakikita natin ngayon would go into business. Online, they would actually now learn to bake or to sell whatever. At least, kahit pa paano, huwag kayo mahiya na may ginagawa kayong iba. Hindi pwede ngayon kasi na isa lang ang panggagalingan nyo ng pagkakakitaan. At kahit na anong klase yan, kunin ninyo. I mean, huwag sabihin ninyo, hindi naman yan ang pinag-aralan ko, bakit ako papasok dyan? Oo, hindi ka nga dyan ka. Kaya lang nga, pwede ka naman siguro pansamantala lang, hanggat hindi mo pa nagagawa yung gusto mong gawin. Or, ganito lang yan. You have your kumbaga yung gusto mong gawin na hindi ka naman kumikita ron. Kunyari, you're a singer pero wala ka naman masyadong during that time, hindi ka naman superstar so hindi ka kumikita ng ganun kalaki. So kailangan meron ka pa rin ibang trabaho para lang may pinagkakitaan ka. Hindi masama yun. You still have to do that, no? Until talagang, sabi nga your dream job will happen only after you have reached that kind of peak na kung saan ay na-reach mo na rin yung kinikita mo doon sa dream job mo na you can let go already of your other sidelines. Yung mga ibang racket mo. Doon mo pwedeng bitawan na. Pero kung hanggat hindi mo na gagawa pa yung gusto mo mangyari dun sa iyong passion, sa iyong love na or dream job mo or dream career mo, wag mong bibitiwan muna yung day job mo, whatever. Importante yan eh. Although ako, malakas ang loob ko bumitaw noon dahil kahit pa paano, meron pa naman ako nakukuha kagad na ibang gagalingan ng racket eh. I had that opportunity to really be with stars. So I would just book eventually some singers, and then from there, I would actually get commissions from the artists. So ang dali kong kanya kasi during my time, ang dami-daming shows eh. And I would just, and people would just call me up and ask me for some stars who can guest in their shows. And so basically, ganun ang aking pinagkakitaan noon. But dito ngayon, as I'm giving you this kinds of tips, ang dami rin yung pwedeng gawin din. No? And then, eto of course, as long as you're doing all these things, you still have to make yourself the person that you want to become. Sabi mo nga, okay, ito yung actually pwedeng career yan, pwede mong pagkakitaan, or pwedeng whatever, kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo eh. Kasi yung iba naman, katulad ko, alright, I wanted to be just successful. I was obsessed with success. So kahit na anong pasukan ko, kailangan successful. Wala akong specific na isang bagay lang to be successful in. Kumbaga, kasi nga, if you have that mindset of being successful, na kahit anong gawin mo, you can be a success. So I tried to become a radio announcer. I became successful naman. I had 10 years in Radio Veritas. I stayed there for 10 years. Although once a week yun, I mean, every Sunday lang ako nagpo-program, but that was 10 years. And I was happy doing it. I was successful in the recording business. I was successful in teaching. I was successful in writing books. I was successful in performing as a musician. In that aspect, I would say, nagawa ko lahat ng gusto kong gawin. So, this is something that you really have to really learn to become the person that you want to be. Ano yan? Anong gusto mong maging sa pagkatao mo? You cannot be defined just by one title. Nasasabihin mo, I'm a doctor. So, lahat na lang, doktor ka. Sa lahat ng klaseng tao, doktor ka. Hindi. Ako, I don't know exactly what to say about me when I am being introduced because I am a different person according to who I am with. Like, sa top nga, no, sa Temple of Prayer and Peace and Prosperity, people are actually surprised when the staff dun sa top, they call me Direk. Si Direk, nandiyan na si Direk. So, bakit dito tawag sa'yo Direk? Kasi naging director ako ng TV show ni George Season eh. So, naging tawag sa akin Direk. So, yun ang title ko. Pero I don't use Direk outside yun na doon sa top, no? I mean, I am another person. I am a recording executive sa iba. Sa iba naman, I am a teacher. So, my students ko, like ito si Katie Mercado Bato. Si Katie Bato. Ano mo si Bato de la Rosa? Si Katie Bato, ayan, Katie Mercado. And, Tess Luis. Wow, present palagi. Evelyn Jamos Gonzalez is also watching. And, sino pa ba ang mga nakakakuan? Alright, so, okay. Ang dami. Anyway, so, Evelyn, hello. And, sino to? Noah Sindak, Villa Delgado, and Mark Angelo Malay. Okay. So, I'm a different person to different people. And, somehow, akala nila yun lang ang ginagawa ko. When in fact, hindi. Depende yan kung sino ka. Yun ako. So, ang dami kong ginagawa kasi dati. So, as I've said, make yourself into who you want to be in terms of what you want to do or to become. I am not defined by what I do. I am more of who I became. I actually, all right, ito yun eh. I made a name. Okay? Naku, dito mapupunta ang ating usapan. Maganda ito pag-usapan na ito eh. I made a name for myself. Tato Malay is a brand name now in terms of, well, is success subjective? It depends. No? But if, yun na nga eh, according to yourself, kasi many people can really see you maybe as successful, pero if deep inside you, you don't feel it, well, you're not. No? Pero if you feel successful and other people don't see you as one, okay lang, di ba? Basta ikaw feel mo successful ka. So, subjective, objective, whatever. So, ang importante is, yun na nga, ano ang gusto mong gawin? So, ako, I never just created a person or who I wanted to become. I wanted my name to be popular. Why? All right, I'll tell you the reason. This is the first time I will mention it here on, live in terms of, because I've never discussed this with anyone. You know, when I was growing up in school, I studied in UP Elementary. UP Elementary, so basically grade 1, grade 2, up to grade 6. My mom used to study in UP. She was taking, and during that time when I was studying there, she was taking up her master. Well, katatapos lang na ng master's na doon sa education. So, teacher siya doon. And so, ito ako. I came from a family of teachers, of educators, of writers. Yun ang aking background in terms of my family. So, educators. Marami dyan naging dean sa UP. Marami dyan naging teacher. Alright. So, mag-anak ko from both sides, father side, mother side. Puro nagturo yan sa Ateneo, sa UP. Diba? Ako, myself, became a teacher in Assumption and Miriam and FEU. Alright, but then again, ito yan. When I was young, going back to that story, as I was growing up, I was attending classes, mga teacher ko na-notice mahina ako. Or, I was sickly kasi during that time. I was always absent. I had asthma when I was a kid. And so, siguro, 3 times a week, absent ako sa eskwelahan. So, it was hard for me to catch up. The thing here is, yun na nga, I never became a star pupil. I never became kumbaga parang, ako dito, yung kumbaga one of the top-notchers in school. Ako yung palagi nasa kulelat. At ang masakit pa sa UP noon, hindi naman masakit, pero I never knew it until later on, na if you are a slow learner, they put you in a class na puro kasama mo yung mga bagsak, yung mga may hina rin. So, okay lang yun. They were experimenting on that because ang kung nila dyan is, since you are a slow learner or marami kayong mahina doon sa klase na yun, mas ibang style ng teaching nila na binibigay sa mga bata. And so, para ka naman makakatch up, pag nakakatch up ka naman, ililipat ka na sa ibang section na. So, palagi ang lowest section, kung ang tatlo yan, C. Pag ang highest kasi yung A, yung number 1 section palagi A. Pag okay ka na sa C, ililipat ka sa B. So ako noon, palagi ako palipat-lipat, B and C, B and C, and B and C. So, ang dami kong kaklase. Nalilito ako noon eh. Kami, minsan, at the middle of the semester, bigla ka ililipat sa another section na para bang mag-a-adjust ka na naman. So anyway, so ang nangyari sa akin was my teachers or some of my teachers would always remark, and this actually got me into thinking about these things. Yan, ginawa ko later on. Kasi nga, ang remark nila palagi sa akin, oh, Malay ka. Apelyido mo, Malay. Tapos, eto ka, ang hinahina mo. Samantalang lahat ng mga kamag-anak mo, mga teacher, mga dean, ano nangyari sa'yo? So sabi ko, para bang, ano ba ito? Lahat na lang, from grade 1 to grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, lahat ng nakikilala ko mga teacher, ganun ang comment sa akin. Sabi ko, teka muna. Para bang naging obsession ko na. That name Malay, parang naging balakid sa akin yun eh. I even tried to actually remove it from my life. I actually tried to use ano tawag dito, another name, no? Para lang, an alias, para lang to get away from that Malay. Nahuli nga ako ng nanay ko eh, kasi I was writing my name in a different family name, with a different family name. I was using my middle name, actually. And I was even using a different first name, para iba talaga ang personality. And somehow parang I was making friends using a different name. Pinagalitan lang ako ng nanay ko, why? What's wrong with you? Why are you ashamed of your name? Sabi ko, well, it's not being ashamed. It's more of, it's hard to live with that name. And so sabi niya, well, you cannot live without it. You have to live with it. All right. So sabi ko, okay. So that made me go back to my real name. Pero I promised myself, people, especially, kasi nga yung mga sikat ko mga kamag-anak, I will not mention to you anymore kung sino-sino mga yan. Sikat ang mga Malay. And somehow, sabi ko, kasi palagi tinatanong sa akin, ano mo si ganito? Ano mo si ganyan? Kamag-anak mo pala. Okay. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, later on, I will make it a point that they will be asked, yung mga kamag-anak ko sikat, they will be asked kung sino si Tato Malay. Basta yun ang naging ano ko. Kailangan sumikat ang pangalan ko. At they will be asked, people will ask them, sino yan? Kamag-anak mo ba yan? Or ano ba yan? And I was successful. Very successful. I was able to really make a name to the point that up to now I get messages from people I don't know sa Facebook, and sabi niya, I find your name very familiar. I mean, are you a writer? Are you a journalist? Or are you a teacher or whatever? So now, up to now, I still get that kind of Eto nga, eto, kwento ko maganda itong kwento ko na ito eh. Kasi during that time na talagang, mamaya ko na ikikwento how I made that name. Kung paano ako nagkaroon ng pangalan na talagang, pag sinabi Tato Malay, Tato Malay, kilala ko yan Okay. Or alam ko yan ano ko yan, nababasa ko yan, or alam ko showbiz yan, or ganito. Anyway, ang one time, I went to a tawag dito, a gym. Papa-enroll ako. Mag-enroll ako. Gusto ko mag-weights. Pampabawas ng tiyan at lumaki ang mga muscle ko. Kaya. So, I went to a gym in Makati. Gold Gym yata yun. Gold Gym. And then I was filling up an application. And I used my nickname, Tato Malay. And then the receptionist, a pretty girl, she was reading my application. And then sabi niya, Tato Malay. Oh, kilala ko ito sikat ito Oh, tapos sabi ko, sikat ba yan? Oo, sikat ito, sabi niya gano'n. Sabi ko, Miss, ako yan. Hiyabang ko pa, Miss, ay, ikaw ba yan? Ay, oh. So, in other words, I was able to create that kind of a name na kung saan ay talagang, how did I do it? All right. During my teenage years, ito yan next tip ko sa inyo, so lalo na yung mga gusto sumikat sa showbiz. Ngayon, you have your social media. Kami noon, we had our broadcast media. Ang tip ko sa inyo ngayon, grow your social media. be very visible there. Be very, I would say, active in social media. Ako noon, I was active in radio and TV broadcasting. Kasi yun na nga, broadcasting kami noon. At saka print media. I made it sure that every day yan, at least once a day, I would hear my name on radio. How? Simple. During that time, ang daming dedication programs eh. Tumawag ka lang sa stasyon, mag-dedicate ka kung kanino, and they will mention your name coming from so and so. I'd like to dedicate this song to this. And dumabasahin ng DJ yan. There's this dedication coming from Tato Malay. So, palagi na may mention ako po. So, yun. Doon inumpisahan ko making a name. And somehow, since I met a lot of celebrities, and most of the celebrities had TV shows, every time I would pass by their programs or their studios, and while they're having programs, they would see me, and then they'll greet me on the air. Oy, hello, Tato Malay is in the studio. Kaya ang daming akala. Sabi, bakit ka sikat? Paano ka ina-acknowledge ng mga tao na hindi ka naman artista? And during that time, hindi pa nga ako artista. Hindi pa naman ako lumalabas sa TV. Pero, yun na nga, since I made friends with celebrities, they would mention my name. So, that had been my way of promoting my name. I was promoting my name as a brand. It was something that talagang naging I would say obsession ko. Kasi naging balakit sa akin ng bata ako eh, na yung pag sinabing Malay, I was always being asked, how are you related to ano mo si ganito? Ngayon, ang gusto ko mangyari was, sila ang tatanungin, ano mo si Tato Malay? And so, hindi naman ako nagyayabang. This is done. So I'm saying this not because I am very egoistic, although sometimes I am. Yan, nasamit tuloy ako. But I'm saying this because I want to help people create a name for themselves. Sandali, inam na. And this is how you make a name. So, yeah. Now, you know how I made my name. And, okay. Another tip is create a buzz. Why people should come to you. Ano yung buzz na yun? Ayan, anong kailangan na meron kang ginagawa na parang they want to be with you. Ayun na, parang na-create ko na kasi because of my name. I created a celebrity of sorts image na kung saan parang they wanted to be associated with me. Kasi, alam mo naman, pag sikat, they want to be with other people also who are also sikat. No? So, yan ang aking naging kwan. Now, the thing is, now, ano ba topic natin dito? how actually to survive this particular time, this pandemic times, without this certainty that we are now into. Kaya nga, right now, all you have to do is your name. All you have to do is, create a brand. People don't know yet as to what your name is for, but anahin mo na yan, palagi mo nang i-advertise yan, at least may name recall ka na. Pag may name recall ka na, anything that you do, pag may tinatawagan ka, biglang, uy, si Tato Malay, kilala ko ito. Oh, hi sir, how are you? Ganon, welcome ka kagad. So, as I've enumerated already, eto, the last one, always be networking with people. Be friendly to everyone. Huwag ka na mamili ngayon. You don't know where you will get help from in the next, in the future. What I mean by help from, yun nga, kailangan mo ng contact, kailangan mo mag-networking ngayon. Kailangan mo maiparami ang iyong contact. Kasi that's how you become popular in your business. Ang hirap mag-business na walang nakakakilala sa'yo. Mag-online ka, ang friends mo, kakapiranggot. Sino bibili ng mga call mo? Ilan lang yan. So, dapat lang talaga marami kang friends. Lahat yan, gawin mong kaibigan mo. Bahala ka na later on mag-delete. Ako, I never really delete friends except pag talagang nagiging nakaka-apekto sa ibang, not to me, to my other friends. For example, kasi I have this Kamalayan thing, and merong iba, they would actually try to get my friends into a debate. And so somehow, sila nag-aaway. Hindi naman ako nakikipag-debate. Ako, I don't actually answer back. If they say something not nice to me, I don't say anything. I just keep quiet. Or pag sumusobra na, wala akong choice except to delete them from my... ang dali nga ngayon mag-delete sa Facebook. In real life, mahirap. Kasi nandyan lang yan. Pero, well, of course, what you can do is not to see them. Ang hirap lang yan if you work in the same company or if you study in the same school. Pero ito na. Anyway, so, let's go now to our main topic. Na-discuss ko lang ito dahil nga, sabi ko nga, it's my birthday and somehow para bang since it's my birthday, ang tawag dito, I explained what my birthday is all about or what is the importance of our being born in this world. Hindi pwedeng sabihin mo na hindi ka masaya. Marami sa atin nagsasabi na hindi nga raw sila masaya. Marami silang iniisip na hindi maganda yung buhay nila. Pero as I've said, you chose to live in this particular lifetime. And so when you choose to be in this particular lifetime, that means you have to know why you are here. And you should be able to enjoy. Ako, bakit wala yung aking video sa aking bakit ba ganun? I cannot share wala. Anyway. Okay, let's go to my main topic. But before I go further, I'd like to say hi to Joey Reyes. Hello, Joey. And Haki is watching you. Nagkanda na ba pangalan? Haki. Bonjing Nicolas. And Virginia J. Princess Rico Reyes. Hello. And Simon Rupert Denoga. Alright. So, as I've said, ito yung ating ngayon. Siguro isa na lang ang discuss natin dito. Number 16. Kasi I had discussed already 15 qualities in the past videos. Today, it's a number 16 quality that I'm going to discuss. A Kamalayan learner serves others. A Kamalayan learner believes in a cause. His cause is to inspire individual empowerment and raise the spirit of man toward oneness. The best way to serve is to know what one can do to make other people happy. But before one can make other people happy, he himself has to be happy first. Okay, you cannot give something that you do not have. A person cannot become happy with himself if he doesn't understand himself first. Okay, I'll stop at that. But before I continue, I'd like to say hi to my mentor here in sa recording business ko noon, Norma Hapitana. Hello, Miss Norma Hapitana. Norma J. Long time no here. Anyway, yan siya, former manager of sila Rico J. Puno. Marami siyang dinadala mga artists. Sila Ray Valera, dinadala niya abroad. Okay. We want to serve. Many of us serve sa mga simbahan, sa charity, sa kung ano-ano mga bagay. Alright, no problem with that. Maganda mag-serve. As a matter of fact, all of us should serve. All of us should be able to give service. Sabi nga sa ABS-CBN, in the service of the Filipino. Ako nga, ang ginagawa ko rito, in the service of Filipinos. Because I talk in Tagalog and in English. Sabi nga ng iba, bakit hindi ka mag-international para Facebook mo, pwede ka international? Ayoko sa iba. I am more concerned about my countrymen. Mas gusto kong makatulong sa aking mga kababayan. Takako, Suzuki Magtoto, thank you for your greeting. And Andrew Sylvester. Ngayon, ang dami sa atin nagsiserve. Pero, ang tanong, ano yung bagay, bakit sila nagsiserve? Anong reason nila? Maybe yung iba, dahil napipilitan. Yung iba naman, kusa, yes, gusto mag-serve. Kasi parang doon nila nakikita yung purpose nila. Yung parang main reason why they are being of importance to others. No? Pero ang tanong dyan is, masaya ka ba na nagsiserve ka? Because hindi pwedeng hindi ka masaya. Parang kung napipilitan ka lang, huwag mo nang tuloy. Of course, yes, makakatulong pa rin. Pero imbis na makatulong ka ng maganda, para bang sagabal ka in a way. Kasi dapat pag nagbibigay ka ng serbisyo para sa iba, total service ang binibigay natin. Yan, I feel happy serving. We have to be happy first. Why we're doing that, why we are serving? Because we're happy to serve. Hindi yung ang hirap mag-serve kung ayaw mo talaga eh. Bakit? Una, wala ka sa mood. Pangalawa, hindi mo feel. Pangatlo, parang bakit ko, parang gano'n. Pero the moment you know that this is something that you want to give and you are not getting anything back in return, you're not giving because you want to be paid back. Like what I'm doing here. Wala naman akong sweldo rito sa account, pero I've been doing this for the past how many years na. I mean, I go live sa Facebook or sometimes even in my seminars, I give it away. I mean, I don't charge anymore. But I would just like people to really learn what I'm teaching. So, in other words, ito yung importante sa atin. We give something from us. We are contributing something. Not because we want something, we want to get back something, or we want to receive payment for what we are doing. No. Okay, to continue. Doing something one hates will just make others, including oneself, miserable. I'm reading from my book, Lessons I Never Learned in School. Serving others can be a truly rewarding endeavor when one finds joy in doing so. Sharing material things, time, and talent with others is a principle wherein one gets back everything doubled after giving it first. Well, it's a principle. Kahit na ayaw mong sabihin mo, well, I don't intend to get anything back here. Or I don't want to get paid naman. Or I don't intend to get paid here. But since you're doing that, may kapalit yan, may balik yan sa'yo. And the universe is the one giving it back to you. Don't worry about that. Don't anymore wait for it. It will definitely be coming back to you. Because it's a principle. But I don't want to think that way, na kumbaga bakit ka of service to others. I want you to be of service to others because you want it, you enjoy it, you want to contribute because you're happy. Yun ang importante. In serving others, action is better than talk. Although communication is the process by which Kamalayan learners do their job, they can also tap it to serve others by inspiring them with positive messages to keep them strong and steadfast. If only practitioners in the print and broadcast media will write and talk only about constructive and positive messages, our world will enjoy a new bright future sans chaos, wars, and other disasters. Yun na nga. Yun ang aking nais iparating sa aking mga kapatid na nasa media, no? Na okay, we're all serving, we're all sharing something. Pero sana naman, most of the things that we are talking about are more of positive. Yes, we talk about a lot of negative things because a lot of negativity is there right now in our midst. But what is important is to balance it. We need to balance it. Hi, Dr. Josephine Senson Kaluwag is what? Dr. Josephine Senson Kaluwag. Hello, thank you for your greeting. Ethel Balagtas Gonzalez is also watching. Uy, Ray Magtoto. Kamusta ka na, Ray Magtoto? And Maria Lourdes Cosme. Alright. So, to continue. How can we be of service to others? Just by being who we are supposed to be. Just by being who we are supposed to be. Doing what is expected of us as citizens. Paying our taxes, respecting the elders, cleaning our streets, and supporting government projects are just a few of the expectations. Everyone has to contribute or do something. Whatever that will be, that is what is supposed to make a difference for you in this world. Bahala ka kung anong gusto mong i-contribute. Pera, time, talent, nasa sayan. Unless you know what you stand for, chances are you will not be able to find out what will make you happy. So definitely, service to others will make us happy. But, ang tanong dyan is, are you happy first? Okay. So, to continue with the next topic naman, or quality, dito na tayo sa topic. I'm going fast because we have to end soon na. Malapit na tayo matapos. A Kamalayan Learner emphasizes balance. Alright? There are 4 areas in our life that we have to balance. This is very important. We have to listen. We have already created this crisis, this pandemic right now because of an imbalance in our life, in our world. We created an imbalance. Saan yung naging karoon ng imbalance dito yan? Health, number 1 is health, wealth, love, and success have to be balanced. Dapat yan. One's spirituality depends on how balanced those areas are. How can one enjoy his wealth when most of the time he is sick? A truly spiritual person is a happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, and a loving one or a loving person. If there is one area missing, there is a problem with one's spiritual nature. Yes, we are human beings, but you are also spiritual beings. And being spiritual, basically, we have to balance these 4 areas. You cannot call someone a spiritual person if there is one area here that is not balanced. There is nothing wrong with being rich. Everybody should be rich. Is that not what was promised to us by God? That we will live abundantly here on earth? Becoming rich becomes a problem only when the other areas suffer due to neglect, when one area becomes a priority over others. Yes, gusto natin yumaman. Lahat tayo dapat maging mayaman. But in the process of becoming rich, we neglect our health. That is a no-no. That is not supposed to happen. Ako nga many times during early in my career, that's why I didn't last long sa TV production. I was with ABS-CBN then, and then I transferred to other television networks. But then again, I couldn't stay long. Why? Because hindi ko kayang magpuyat ng 3 araw. Hindi ko kayang magpuyat ng ganun katagal. I was worried about my health. And my question sa aking sarili noon was, can I give up my health for this particular job? I told myself no. So I had to look for another kind of a career na pwede akong mas maayos ang time schedule ko. And so I chose recording. Kasi recording is basically, and it's a day job, pero a lot of times, mayroon din sa gabi, pero at least kahit pa paano, hindi yung puyatan ng 3 araw. Although, sa recording, pag meron kang mga minamadaling projects, ganun na nga nangyayari din. No? Pero, well, mas kontrolado. Okay. Time is of the essence. Managing time is tricky because how will one know if he has spent more time in one area than the rest? Proper scheduling can be done and keeping an organizer can help. So talagang we really have to take a look at our 4 areas. Our health. Are you able to really allot time for exercise, for your career? How much time do you spend in the office or in doing your job? In your relationships, your family. That's a very important area also. You cannot neglect your family na kung saan ay nagpayaman ka lang tapos nagkagulo-gulo ng pamilya mo. Hindi pwede yun. Dapat balance ang family life mo rin. And then your success, whatever. Proper scheduling can be done. Okay. Enjoyment in every area should be of paramount importance. This is basically what life is all about. Having a weekly assessment will determine the quality of life one is living. These areas constitute one state of heavenly bliss that we are supposed to be experiencing. Are we experiencing heaven or are we experiencing hell right now? That is a question. So, diyan ang kailangan natin maintindihan ngayon. We are now really able or should be able to balance those 4 areas. Okay. So, wala yata nagtatanong puro nagbabati ang aking mga estudyante ngayon. J. Espartero, thank you for your greeting. Mary Chris Arguelles Melo, thank you for watching, for being present. Alright, so, ang tanong dyan is, how are we now able to really live our life? Of course, we have what we call needs. Meron tayong needs sa buhay na importante na kailangan natin nasin. Lahat yan, meron yan. Ano mga needs? 7 yan eh. Of course, we need to breathe. So, air is important. Air, water, food, ano pa? Ano ba yung 7 areas? Shelter, relationships or love, connection, and ano pa, whatever. But anyway, so I'll discuss those matters in the future. But right now, what is important is for us to be able now to really serve to the fullest and serve as, happily as we could be. And yun na nga yung iba nagpapakahirap. Sabi nila, I am giving this service na kahit na magkasakit na ako dito, basta magawa ko lang ito para sa ibang tao. You have to also take care of yourself. You cannot just, That's why nga I'm worried about, ito mga frontliners natin, they're really giving full service. And talagang nakataya ang buhay nila dyan because they can actually get this pandemic, or this virus rather. Pero ang tanong dyan is, gusto ba nila talaga, in a way, to be able not to attract the virus in your system? This is what I'm talking about in Kamalayan. Importante ito because basically this keeps you very positive in terms of your mindset. Because yung negativity mindset or yung negative mindset is the one that attracts a lot of sicknesses in our life. And yun na nga, we can attract all the other, as most of our sicknesses, I'm not talking of just the virus right now, most of our sicknesses that we have in our daily life are basically a result of our negative thinking, our negative emotions, negative feeling. Sabi ko nga, ang cancer, hindi naman nakakahawa ang cancer, pero bakit nagkaka-cancer ang tao? Ang cancer ay galing sa mga galit, sama ng loob. Yan. So, ikaw ang gumagawa ng sakit sa buhay mo. And somehow, para bang, ang tanong dyan is, bakit mo mas gustong ikaw ang magkasakit by being unhappy, by being negative? Kaya samantalang, all you have to do is just to be more positive, more happy, and more, I would say, joyful, and enjoying life. And that's how you actually ward off all this sickness. I'm not a doctor, but then basically this is how we keep our life, our health healthy, by being more positive about our outlook, being happy, especially being happy. Yun. Kaya nga ako, I watch mga comedy shows, I watch mga noontime shows that I can actually enjoy and laugh at, laugh with, laugh at. Because I need to laugh. We need to laugh every day. That's a cure for our sicknesses. So, with that, I'd like to say, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Thank you for keeping me company, coming to my class. And till our next class again on Sunday, this is Tato Malay saying maraming salamat sa inyong mga pagbati and magandang kamalayan sa inyong lahat. Sino pa ba itong mga buwabating ito? Oh, Queenie Rollion, Queenie Rollion Martin is watching also. And Ramil O. Diaz. Ramil Vela kanina. Okay, with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for keeping me company. Okay, sige. Thank you.